Okay, so before we get on to day 4, I really just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support, the subscriptions, and the likes and the comments. It means a lot to me. I really did not think anyone would care to watch me do this challenge. Maybe a few, but not as many as I've been getting, so thank you guys so much. I am going to make sure that I stick to it, and I give a video to you every single day for this challenge. My rent is due in 30 days, and I'm only a new Roblox developer with 3 months of scripting experience, no coding background, no game development background. I think I'm screwed. If I don't build a successful Roblox game in 30 days, I'll straight up be broke and homeless. So subscribe to find out if I actually make it to day 30 as a Roblox millionaire, or if I end up sleeping at my local 7-Eleven dumpster. Okay, so this is day 4 of building a game in 30 days to pay my rent. Today, I think I want to start out by re-uploading this GUI because it's super low res, and I was doing some research. It looks like if you upload something that's super high res, it might actually compress it to like a really low res, which makes no sense to me, but I guess that's how it works. So I need to re-upload it the correct way. I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I will get into some other stuff. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm not sure if the video captures this, but the GUI is actually a lot sharper now. It's not as blurry. So it was just a matter of uploading it the correct way. I read online that it needs to be less than 1000, around 1000 pixels, I believe. So that's what I uploaded it as, and it worked. Okay, so now we're gonna get started on the first custom weapon. It's gotta be a sword. Obviously, it's gotta be a sword. So I'm gonna get started on that now. Okay, so I actually found this in a free 3D model website, but it's just a basic cartoon sword. So I'm gonna go ahead and script this to make it swing and do damage and all that. Okay, so this took me really long. I started out using a model and using motor 6Ds to control the sword, but I realized that I do want to have it in a tool format. So I had to do a couple other things with the animation, but I think I finally got it looking decent. So here I can equip the sword, and then if I click, I can start swinging. The swinging is a little slow though, so I want to make it a little quicker. That's a little better. It looks goofy, but I like it. So now I'm going to make the sword do damage. Let's go ahead and see if this damage works. I think I can test it out on a rig. Well, now my click doesn't even work, so let's figure out what I just broke. Oh gosh. Okay, so it looks like the local humanoid was the issue. I had it outside of this activated statement, and so it was actually here giving me the error or the warning that there was an infinite yield possible. What this basically means is that the tool did exist, but it was in my player's folder. It wasn't in my actual character. So when it was looking for the local humanoid, it wasn't able to find it. So by switching local humanoid to the activated function, it'll only establish this variable once the tool is activated, and for me to activate the tool, it needs to be in the character's hand. So this would be able to find the humanoid itself. Hopefully that makes sense, but it should work now, so let's give it a shot. Still can't click. Well, we're getting another error. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so it looks like the same problem was happening with the player, and I actually switched the variable to local character because that's more accurate as to what we're referring to. We're not referring to the actual player. So now we can swing and we can do damage, but it does a lot of damage. So let's actually set some boundaries for how quickly it can do damage. Okay, I can't figure out why my debounce isn't working. I know it's something simple, I just don't want to spend a ton of time on it since I only have, what, 26 or 27 more days? 26 more days? So I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT and see what happens. Oh my gosh, the struggle is real. I had to resort to ChatGPT. So basically, I had this if statement outside of the touched event. So I was able to basically, whenever it was true, I was able to set up a bunch of touched events which did damage. But now when the first touched event happens, it checks this, and if the damage is ready to be done, then it immediately sets it to false. So any other touched event that immediately happens right after, it'll run the touched event, but it won't run this part of the script since it'll be set to false, and this will only run if it's set to true. And then after the cooldown, it'll be set to true again, and then it'll be allowed to attack. So now I'm just going to mess around with the damage values and the damage cooldown, and I'm gonna find like a good sweet spot for it. Okay, so I think this damage feels pretty good right now. That damage feels pretty good. I think I still need to mess around with the hitboxing. I mean, not bad. I think it'll do. But okay, that's gonna be it for day 4. I'm happy with what we got done today again. I still have a lot to do with the sword. I need to make sure that the sword doesn't attack teammates and also that it can attack the core. So that's probably what I'll end up working on next time. Hopefully we can get the sword fully done by tomorrow. But again, thank you for watching. If you had any questions, please drop a comment down below and subscribe if you want to see me make it to day 30 and see what happens with this game.